You've seen it. It's been all around the internet these last years. Crazy heights, crazy tricks, even competitions. And today I'm gonna teach you how to do it. How to Døds, or death dive, sui, staple. Got many names, but Døds is the one we prefer. So you may already been trying it yourself, or you haven't and want to get into it. That's perfect. It doesn't matter, because I'm gonna break it down for you. Talk about some landings, some flying, and in the end, how to be a Dødser. So some extra tips at the end there. So first off, we're gonna talk about some landings. We usually say there's 3 types of landings: the shrimp, the crusher, and the no-hander. Honestly, there's like a million ways to do it between these. And the best way to do it is whatever feels natural for you and what you feel cool doing. That's the way you should practice it and do it. I recommend starting like 1 to 3 meter, maybe just the edge, whatever you got, whatever you feel comfortable doing. I actually started the 5 meter and I tried a couple times. Had some bad crashes and didn't like try for a year, so start low. Muy importante. So the first thing I want you to focus on is trying to break the surface with your hands and your feet at the same time, or maybe elbows and knees, it doesn't matter. And try to be powerful, try to punch that water. As more as you punch, you're gonna be more tight at the impact, and it's gonna feel better. And also try to get as flat as possible. Get into that belly flap position. I know this one can feel a little unnatural if you're like used to other stuff. You kind of want to do a dive or you want to land on your feet a little bit, but then you just need to practice more to get as flat as possible, and it's gonna make the way easier. And the third thing, the most common mistake I see is where you put your head. You want to put your head between your arms, so you hit the water with the top of your head. You know, for some reason people just wanna watch the water all the time, but then you gotta get the water straight to your face, a little face schwapper. And I promise you, from low, it's maybe gonna be fine, but as you move higher, it's gonna suck a lot. Okay, so remember, hands, feet, same time, flat as possible, head between your arms. When you get those, you're ready to go. And I really recommend you should practice this a lot. You should get like, it should become like a reflex. So when you see water, you punch, just do it a million times, and you're never gonna belly flop again. Okay, so you get your landings down, you're ready to move a little higher, and I gotta tell you a little thing, because this tutorial is not about doing a Døds without getting pain or painful. It's without getting injured. It's a difference, and a Døds could be a little painful. That's a little part of the game, but you kind of get used to it, so no worries. Alright, how to fly. So you know how to land and you are ready to move a little higher. For some people, this is gonna be more of the scary part, moving higher. You got more that mental thing, that fear to deal with. So as you go higher, you're gonna be flying more, or falling. Flying sounds way cooler though, but I recommend small steps at a time. Max 3 meters could be a rule for you, or maybe 1 meter if you find it a little more scary. And you're gonna be fine, because you already know how to land, so you will be fine. You really wanna make sure you get into that flat position, that belly flap position. That's so important. That's kind of the whole point here. And you want to stay in that position and attack the water. Last milliseconds, you survive and you cheat death. That's what it's about. As you go a little higher, you're gonna get used to it super fast. So a little tip here. You want to try to do stuff in the air, like doing some grabs, some tweaks. Maybe just see how many claps you can get between your legs before you hit the water. This is really gonna get you way more comfortable, way faster with the doing stuff in the air. So another tip here is kind of similar to the first one, but I know a lot of people have been doing some trampolining, snowboarding, just doing some air tricks kind of stuff. And Those kind of things are golden for getting your air awareness and just controlling your body in the air. So if you haven't been doing those kind of things, I really recommend it, but it's no must. But it's gonna give you way more control, way faster in the air, so think about it. So you've been flying more, getting a little higher. Maybe at 10 meters already, competition height. But if you're not, don't stress about it. Just do more reps at the lower ones and you're gonna get her in no time. It's like, you know how to do it, you just haven't done it yet. So one thing in mind is not about the height. Even though I feel like 10 meters is a good goal. You can be a part of competition, jump the highest in the pool, you know, but it doesn't matter. I like going to the pool and just jump the 3 meter. It's like, I think that's super fun. How to be a Dødser. Alright, how do I put this? You may already been doing some 10 meter Dødses or just chilling at the 5. Height doesn't matter, but what matters is style. Style matters. So I got some extra couple tips here to try to unlock some serious style, you know? First thing, tower power. Same as landing, you want to be super powerful when you run out the tower or the cliff or whatever you jump from. Most important, that's you sprint. You want to go uncomfortably fast. You want to shoot out, go as far as possible. I think that looks way cooler, and I think most people think that. A little tip for this to make it a little easier. It's kind of obvious, but if you should mark up your steps so you know exactly how many steps you want to do, so you don't start fiddling your legs and, you know, losing speed. So that's a little tip there. Fast as possible. And the second thing, show no pain. And that's exactly what it means. So, you know, you fly out sometimes, it's gonna hurt a little. You're gonna maybe get a little punch in your stomach, or you're gonna tilt it over, get flat to your thigh, bam, feel a little sting. And it's very important when you come up from the water, you show nothing. Show, hey, I'm cool. And if it's really painful, you could spend a couple extra seconds underwater, chilling. Like, no one's gonna see you cry underwater, you know? But don't get me wrong here. If you're actually injured, you should call for help. Third thing, snappy. I don't think that many people think about this, so I'm gonna tell you. But imagine when you fly and you're about to land and you want to do like a super big stretch. Like, the more you stretch, the harder you can punch. So imagine, are you gonna punch from here? Are you gonna punch from here? I'm just saying, looks way cooler. My opinion. So the fourth thing here is to think outside the box. You know, the coolest thing I see is when people put some personal flavor into a Døds, getting real creative with it. And the good thing here is you already got your own style. So I recommend, and I would love you to lean more into that, what feels natural for you, and don't spend too much time trying to do it same as everybody else. Of course, you can take inspirations, but the coolest thing I see is when you do it your own way. Alright, the last thing, dress code. This is maybe gonna upset some people, but I don't care. So when you do a Døds, you wanna be as exposed as possible. So maybe naked is the ultimate way. That's not what I'm gonna say. What I'm gonna say is that don't wear a wetsuit. You can wear whatever you want to, just not a wetsuit. So that's what I wanted to share. I hope you can take some from it. Maybe if I forgot something, please let me know. And if you want me to make some other tutorials about something else, maybe how to dust from 20 meters, or how to do some tricks, maybe how to do a sofa, please let me know. Thank you. Bye.